Don't let people tell you what you can and can't do.
1-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss. Down strikes goes Bello.
Swing and a miss, and LSU wins back-to-back games.
And yeah, I was sick of being average. I was the second guy out of the bullpen, throwing mid-80s for a Division III team.
Hit a pen, I pour up heavy in the lamp on a Eddie. I got 3 rows run the valley.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the show with Dan and Joe. This is episode 4. As you guys saw from the title, we have a really dope interview today I did with Paul Gervase. I mean, it's a crazy story. He was a D3 walk-on, went to 2 different JUCOs, and now he's a closer at LSU. So that's really cool. So that's going to be the second half of this. I'm going to timestamp everything, so if you guys want to hop to that, you can do that. But also, we're going to do our normal topics, our hot takes, kind of just about all things baseball news and culture. You guys get it by now. And we really appreciate the support. It's been doing really well. So thank you guys. Heart and yeah.
Heart,
so,
bro.
How we doing?
Doing good. Continue the love, dude. Continue the love, guys.
It's been great. It's been like TikTok, my TikTok, dude.
TikTok's been going
Yo,
crazy.
so I got a 2.7 milli one. That's my highest views. That's my highest views ever by double, I think. Like
Really?
my first was to the Caleb at like 1.3 of him throwing like 88. And then I got 900K yesterday on that one about us tripping, which I didn't expect. I was like, I'd say like probably 100K. I can kind of predict it by now. Like in the first hour, I'm like, oh, that's going to slap or like maybe not.
Yeah.
And first hour, it was like doing fine. And then just shot up.
Now it's just more consistent, bro.
Dude, and now
remember when we used to sit here and talk about that shit?
What?
You would be like, bro, I just want to get like
oh yeah, I'm like, dude,
views,
I'd see a video and I'm like, bro, how does this have 50K views? Like I'm getting like 3K a video. Like this is
not
nuts.
even, bro.
Not
we were
even
getting like fucking like.
Oh, dude, the first podcast, it was flopping so and
hard.
We thought they were really good and they were better than most, but they weren't good enough to stand out.
They're good. They're good to some people's standpoint. If you already have a platform,
I think
it's
like if we didn't have shit,
we didn't have a platform, and it's like. Social media now is a toxic ass place where it's like those like positively stuff.
We're recording
with
a phone. We're recording but yeah, no. Now that we actually have like I'm building momentum and like both my podcast content does really well, so it helps my game day content and then vice versa. Like
it all helps each other out.
It's helping. Yeah. So I think I'm probably at 55K on TikTok now. I haven't checked.
Famous, bro.
Which is sick. Enough flexing my stat. I'm just so happy, man. Like flexing you guys are the best.
Yo, he's flexing his stat line.
I'm flexing my stat line, yeah, because my baseball stats don't really look that too good right now. But anyway, guys, so we're gonna get into the topic. What was our first topic? Oh, and also we're gonna be on Spotify and Apple Music now.
Check it out there, bro. I'd be listening to my podcast there.
That's where I'd want to listen to this stuff. I mean, the video is cool, but I think it'll be audio only on Spotify.
You don't have to look at Dan's ugly face anymore. You can just listen.
Yeah, and you don't have to hear Joe's stupid oh, you still do.
You still have to hear
You
him.
still have to hear him. All right, first topic of the day. We had to react to. You guys probably saw it. The kid letting up a home run and then getting trucked. Like
literally
trucking a kid. Actually, he didn't get trucked. He trucked a kid.
Literally, like more than trucked, bro. Like fucking
laid out, lowered his shoulder.
Who was that wrestler that did that fucking move, bro?
Who? Oh, the wrestler.
There was like in WWE, bro.
Yeah.
I forget who it was.
Okay, so he let up a home run out of right field, literally. Out of nowhere, dude.
No. Oh no!
The announcer sounds way too calm. Oh no!
I love the announcer's reaction. That came out of nowhere. Like, dude,
dude's on the
when have you
ground
seen
with,
that?
like,
When have you
broken
seen that at
shoulder.
baseball at all? At any time, dude.
If that happened in football, I'd be freaking out. I'd be like, oh, we got laid
What a
out.
fucking hit.
In baseball, dude, that's insane. Like that
I wanna
sucks
know-
for the kid, but I want to know the backstory.
There has to be
we should have
something.
got the kid on the podcast.
Yeah,
imagine, like, dude, what happened?
Dude, we actually.
I bet I could figure that out. If you're out there, kid.
If you're out there, kid, fucking
Let's
do
hear
it.
your side of the
Or
story.
If anybody knows the kid.
Yeah, if anyone knows a kid, bro, get him on the. I want to hear his story, man.
Yeah, because there has to be something.
There has to be some crazy backstory.
My guess is that the kid was like a hothead already, and like he gave him home. He's like fucking pissed. He gave up a home run. The kid probably said something.
Yeah.
That just pissed him
or
off.
the kid fat flipped. Or they didn't show the first. They didn't even show the home run. I don't.
They didn't
think.
show him.
Yeah.
They didn't show him rounding second either, really. I bet
Probably
he said something. Yeah.
He probably said something. I mean, dude, we've all thought about it. Like, I've let up 3 home runs this year. Actually, I don't care because it's for content. But, like, if I was really pissed off in a game, you think about, like, I just want to, like,
fucking
lay a kid out. But, you know, you don't because
exactly.
you're civil. But, like, yeah, that was insane. I had to react to that one, bro.
No, that's actually ridiculous, bro. Like, when has anybody... I've never seen anything like that ever,
That's
bro.
kind of crazy.
I've
Like,
seen bench clearing. I've seen people fight. But like,
Amir Garrett took on, like, 6 dudes, but, like, nothing crazy even happened. He got a couple
that
punches
guy
in.
came in full
on
torpedo, bro.
Yeah, like head first. Like this is a literal kamikaze.
bro.
Like
Yeah.
I'll break my shoulder doing this.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I wonder if that
no,
kid's hurt. Didn't he touch home plate after? I think he touched home plate after.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just love the announcer.
Oh, no.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
And he's like, oh, and the pitcher, yeah. But
anyway, great home run by the
Yeah.
team. Joe, so you were dissing Shohei a little bit in that last video.
Yeah.
Tell me, why don't you remind me, what did Shohei do last night pitching?
Shohei had 6 innings, bro,
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 hits, and 12 strikeouts or 11 strikeouts.
Yeah, and he's starting to heat up a little bit hitting too.
Bro, if you're in the MLB, bro, you're capable of doing that shit. All right.
Capable of you didn't just say that. Capable of pitching on almost perfect game, not a perfect game, but like a perfect
6 innings,
really
bro.
good stat line, a very good stat line, and then also hitting. What's he hitting, like 270 right now?
Maybe after he gets bat fucking CPR like a pussy, bro.
Like a what? Like what's CPR?
He didn't see him.
He's doing the thing. Yeah.
I saw a stat. It was like before giving, like after he was bat CPR, he's been batting like 3 something. Before he's
They love doing that. They could lie about those stats, and I would have no idea.
Yeah, no idea.
No,
they'd probably do though.
They
That's
probably
the thing.
do. I would.
Yeah, but I mean, good game for Shohei, bro. And it was against a good Astros lineup too. So I mean, I gotta give him his respect on that.
You're salty, I can tell.
I'm a bit salty.
I'm gonna get Shohei in the podcast, and I'm just gonna confront
Shohei.
All right, so I put in my story. I said, "Would you rather play at X school or Y school?" I said probably different like divisions. So the one I gave was like Tufts D3 or Iona, which is a D1. But Tufts is obviously really good and really smart school. Iona is not the best as far as I don't really know Iona too well. But so we're gonna go through these kind of rapid fire. Which school would you rather play at? You guys can chirp and follow along as much as you want. But I got so many submissions for this, and I'm very excited to go through them. Let's go from the bottom up. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Tampa or UConn?
Tampa all day.
Yeah.
All day.
But UConn's cool.
UConn's dope as fuck, but it's like Tampa, bro.
Yeah,
Playing
it's
baseball in Tampa.
That one's easy for me.
Yeah.
Tufts or UMass Amherst?
Tufts.
Tufts over UMass Amherst?
I don't want to change my answer, but
I don't know.
Tufts is just such a more.
I'm gonna say UMass Amherst.
Tufts is just such a more prestigious school, bro.
Obviously, so much depends on everyone's situation.
Yeah,
so
UMass Amherst. I mean, I think back at UMass Amherst.
On my
UMass Amherst,
I like this one. Chipola or Stetson? Chipola, they're like one of the top JUCOs in the country.
I would go Stetson.
I'd say Stetson. Stetson's dope.
Stetson's dope as fuck. Dude.
Stetson's so cool, man.
Like so is Chipola, but it's like, bro, like you're going like Stetson's to college and shit.
Someone said Gardner Webb or Azusa. That one's funny. That one's funny. Vandy or Ole Miss? Vandy. That's easy.
But Ole Miss is tough too, though. Like that's a close one.
Salisbury D3 or UMaine D1? Salisbury is one of the best D3s. UMaine?
Yeah.
Over the best D3 in the country?
Yeah.
One of the best? Yeah.
I go UMaine.
Okay.
I like
Salisbury
UMaine.
won
I just liked UMaine, bro.
Salisbury won the D3, or they won the
Where
club.
is Salisbury?
It's in Maryland. They won the club championship last year for baseball.
No, I believe.
I have a buddy on the team. on the Salisbury club team.
It's close. I just think UMaine's actually a pretty good school.
Someone said UNH or Vermont. They don't have baseball teams. Neither of them.
Vermont has a baseball team.
No, they don't.
They don't?
Nah.
They
both have club. Yeah. Georgetown or Tampa?
Tampa.
I think Georgetown for me.
I just like Florida.
Tampa's
bro.
dope, but Georgetown's Georgetown. Ah, man. Georgetown's worse, too. Georgetown will probably lose at Tampa.
No, I know. And I'm honestly choosing that based on location.
Miami or USC? West Coast versus East Coast.
Miami, bro, all day.
Miami.
Dude, that's just one of my dream
Miami's
schools,
my dream
bro.
school.
Yeah.
My dad's from Miami, but USC, it's kind of in the hood. UCLA, I'd rather go to. USC's
Yeah, I would
a
rather
little
go
bummier.
UCLA. USC's still the fucking heart and soul, bro. I didn't realize. I watched this thing on ESPN. It's like people fucking love USC. Over there, dude.
They're
They love
diehard.
it.
Boosters
Yeah,
are crazy.
yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to hop over to the interview with Paul Gervase. Actually, Joe wasn't in it. It's just me. Sorry, Joe. Joe wasn't here yesterday, so I, filled in, did some podcast stuff. I'm always thinking ahead. So, yeah, the interview with Paul was amazing. His story is actually super remarkable. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm excited to show you guys it, and that's going to do it from this portion. But, yeah, here is Paul Gervase's interview. Peace.
The 1-2.
When we felt like quitting, used to question my drive, didn't have much ambition. Tried to drop out of college, I couldn't pay that tuition. Now mama fussing and
Swing and a miss, and LSU wins back-to-back games.
All right, what's up, guys? Here is the Paul Gervase interview. I'm very excited for it. Paul is right here, so we're going to get to it. It should be an awesome interview. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's hear all about his story. Yeah, so I'm ready to get into it if you are.
All right, yeah, man. So, like you said, I'm Paul Gervase. I'm a closer here at LSU. And, man, it sure wasn't easy getting here, that's for sure. My senior year, I was like 82, 83 with my fastball, not throwing hard. Didn't talk to anybody until after the end of my senior season. And then I got a Division III team offered me a roster spot. But so I went there, I walked on. Yeah, I got a decent amount of innings my freshman year. But I didn't get much better, still throwing low mid-80s. And that summer, I just talked to my dad, and he was like, hey, man, like, this isn't cheap. You're at a private school with no scholarships. So if I'm going to keep paying for this, I'm going to need you to work harder and get better, obviously. So I was like, yeah, that's fair, for sure. So I had this giant hill in my neighborhood, and I'd run up and down it 10 to 15 in the morning, 10 to 15 at night. every single day for an entire summer. And then I worked with my mechanics coach, Brandon Young and Chris Patton. And we pretty much just retooled everything I was doing. I'm also 6'10". I forgot to mention that. So that kind of helps. We just retooled my mechanics. And that summer I went from 85 to 92 in like 2 months. That fall I went back to Division III school just because, I mean, I hadn't had any other plans of going anywhere else. And I realized that if I wanted to play in the big leagues or play high-level D1 baseball, it was going to be really difficult to do coming from Division III. So I still got buddies there. I loved it there, but I had to move on, obviously. But COVID happened. So that whole COVID off season, I just stopped worrying about how hard I was throwing and just basically worked on command, off-speed, stuff like that. I was going to go back to Wake Tech for that next spring, but the coach told me he didn't know if they were going to have a budget to have a season. So I was like, well, I can't risk my future on a maybe. So I transferred to another junior college, which is Pitt Community College. And, dude, man, that was the best decision I ever made. I met best friends. I had a great time. I had a coach that told me, hey, dude, you're 6'10" and you throw gas. Like, stop being intimidated by any of these situations. My second appearance, we were getting murdered in some game, and he brought me in just to give me some work. And I struck out the side, and the scout told me I hit 97 after the game.
Holy
So I kind of like, yeah, it was kind of surreal for me. And then when the draft came around this past summer, I talked to Coach Johnson because he just got the job, and we had pretty much agreed on what I was going to do. And I was pretty sure I wasn't going to get a lot being a junior college reliever. So I told Coach I wanted to come play at LSU just because, I mean, it's LSU. And I wanted to try and win a national championship. And now I'm closing out games for LSU instead of the Division III Pfeiffer Falcons.
Yeah, that must be so surreal, dude. Just like going from where you're from, just like, I mean, humble beginnings, obviously, but man, that's just such a dope story. You said a quote in one of the interviews I was watching with you, and you said, I wrote it down, I didn't want to be average anymore. And that, I was like, okay, like I could just kind of see where your head was at with that. Tell me what that quote kind of means to you. Like, how do you interpret that?
I mean, I had gotten to Division III. I'd gotten there. I got through high school basically just on talent, and I obviously wasn't that talented, but I'd never worked for anything in baseball. I would just go out there and throw or go out there and pitch. I wasn't on any throwing program, anything like that. I'd never really put into it as much as I wanted to. And yeah, I was sick of being average. I was the second guy out of the bullpen throwing mid-80s for a Division III team that wasn't even eligible for postseason play my freshman year. So it was like, is this like, am I supposed to just will myself to the major leagues and get better? Or no, I had to actually work for it. And obviously it's starting to pay off. But yeah, I mean, I think that is the epitome of my story. I was sick of being average.
Dude, that's awesome. That's just so dope. And yeah, like I like your whole, like I've seen your website and stuff. It's just like, it's dope how, you're really all about like, coming from where you were at and then where you're at now is dope. I kind of want to talk about velo because velo is, everyone loves talking about velo. So can you tell me what it was? So what did you go from? You went from low 80s to mid to high 90s in like what, 3-4 years? What was that?
About, I want to say almost 2 years.
Almost 2. Okay. So let me read.
So my junior college I hit 97 at my junior college in 2021. And I was low to mid 80s in 2019 summer.
That's wild, dude. So what really, I mean, obviously, you got the height and everything, but that's just like, it's not everything. Like you really had to work for that. So what was the biggest thing that you think got you from low 80s to mid to high 90s in just about 2 years?
It was, for me, it was running that hill. Like I said, man, just pretty much, I dedicated my life to throwing harder, honestly. And my control sacrificed for about a year of that, but to me, I was obsessed with it. I was my mechanics coaches back home, Brandon Young and Chris Patton. We did a 3D analysis of everything I was doing. We compared it to other like tall pitchers like Randy Johnson, Tyler Glasnow, like guys like with similar builds to me. And I dropped my arm slot from over the top to about 3/4 now, low 3/4, and just started using my whole body more. And like I said, man, it just kind of shot up. And thank God every day for those two guys because, I mean, they helped me along with my dad more than anyone else. But, velo is awesome, man. yeah, like I said, I just dedicated my life to throwing harder.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's like it's a full-time job, man. Like training to be, because you're not. People think like once you get to the MLB, then you're training like a pro baseball player. Like, no, man, you got to train like a pro baseball player to become even a chance at being a pro baseball player.
Yeah.
So I think that's dope, man. So I just have one question. I'm not sure if you've even thought about this before. More just like about the future. So where do you see yourself in like 3 to 5 years, or where do you want to be?
Well, I got a big decision to make after this season, as far as I have another year of eligibility left. If I want to come back and play at LSU or go on and play pro ball, which I'm not even going to think about that until the end of the year because I'm still trying to win a national championship. I hope in a big league bullpen somewhere. I mean, that's where I hope to be. That's what I'm going to work for. So, I got to obviously just keep working hard. I would like to develop my off speed a little bit more than I've had to in college, but hopefully back into some major league bullpen soon, hopefully.
What advice would you give to like younger guys, maybe who are similar in your position, or even younger, older, whatever, like on achieving your goals, I guess? Is that how it?
Well, if your goal is to play in the major leagues or to play at a high-end Division I school, then I would say don't let people tell you what you can and can't do, especially if you have the work ethic, you can do anything. Like, obviously there are people who have physical limitations. Like, not everyone's obviously going to be as tall as me, but you can work harder than me. You can train your body. You can throw every day. You can long toss. You have to control what you can control. And if you do everything you possibly can to achieve your goals, more times than not, you're going to get there.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's really what it is. I get a lot of DMs from kids who are like 12, 13. They're like, how do I throw harder? And it's like, I throw 82. Like, I can't really tell you. But like, but I know more than them. So it's like, okay, I get that makes sense. But it really just comes down to like, you got to become like a student of the game. It seems like that's what you did at least, and just train every day to get those goals, man. All right, I'll get you one more. I'll get one more question. Maybe you don't have any for this one, but do you have any? So we like our hot takes. We got some provocative stuff. It could be about D1, D2, D3, whatever. Do you have any hot takes or just takes that people don't really understand about D1 baseball or anything really, like any hot takes?
For Division I baseball, I think that people thinking that you have to throw 90 to play Division I baseball is kind of a facade. I don't think you have to. I think there's a difference between the SEC and lower level Division I. Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of guys that throw 85 in the SEC, obviously. But we've played teams like Southern, Grambling State. We played the University of Maine. They were rolling out guys that were throwing like 79.
Yeah, I'm in Maine right now. Yeah, we know those guys.
Yeah, we played Maine. Oh God, that was a fun.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was first series of the year, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I don't think they had been outside all year.
No, bro, they definitely hadn't. yeah.
But no, it's not. Velo is huge, and velo is what's going to get you noticed. And like people, like I saw this thing the other day where people were asking, as a hitter, would you rather face 85 on the outside corner or 95 down the middle? And people are saying they'd rather face 95 down the middle. That's a lie. That's just not true. You wouldn't rather face 95 than 85 because I can throw 95 mile an hour fastballs down the middle and get away with it. Where if you spot 85, 2 balls off the plate, there are guys on my team that are going to hit the ball out consistently. Mm-hmm. So velo obviously plays and it helps. I would say that, the biggest thing is you don't have to throw 90 to play D1. You might have to throw 90 to play at like Mississippi State or Arkansas or LSU or NC State I got a bunch of buddies that play there. But I'd say that was my biggest one. You don't have to like throw G's. If your goal is to just play Division I baseball, locate, use your stuff, reach out to schools that aren't just in your area because every school has needs. Like for me, I emailed LSU on a whim. I was like, hey, this would be cool. I'd like to go there. And they actually emailed me back. I emailed 240 Division I schools when I was in junior college. And 8 of them responded. 8 of them responded.
That's
crazy.
And
LSU happened to be one of them. LSU, Oregon State was the other one. And then a couple other small level schools. But those were the only 2 Power 5 teams I talked to. And now, obviously, it's worked out coming to LSU. But that's my thing, dude. And there are Division I teams that would absolutely lose to high level Division II teams. I don't know about Division III, but high level Division II teams have like 4 or 5 guys that are rolling out low to mid 90s. And I know for a fact they would carve a lot of the teams we play in midweeks. So I would say, the top level of Division I baseball wouldn't be touched by. I think if you put the bottom 25 Division 1s against the top 25 Division 2s. I think the Division 2s will probably go win 23 out of 25 games.
That's good. Yeah, that's good to know, especially from some. I mean, you've been at all the levels, which is that's perfect. That's because me and Joe, we're just like we haven't even played college baseball. We're literally just talking about stuff we don't even really know. We just like it's really just hypotheticals, but it's nice to hear actually someone who has been there and done that, man. So I appreciate that a lot, and also I just really appreciate you hopping on, man. Like that, I love it. When I got the email from you, I was like so fired up because I was like, oh, like at least people are seeing it, it's resonating with people, or at least starting conversations, man. But anyway, I'll wrap it up. So. Anything else you want to add to the people?
No, man. I just want to tell you, keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're reaching all these kids. All these kids have TikTok now, so you're using that as a platform to help kids love baseball, honestly. And they're already thinking about where they want to play college baseball now because of guys like you they're watching college baseball, which college baseball has never been this popular. And it's guys like you that are keeping it up there. So I just want to tell you, man, keep doing what you're doing. That's why I wanted to reach out to you. Maybe hopefully offer you some of my insight, but keep doing what you're doing, man. I love listening to what you guys put on. And do you ever need anything, man, just let me know.
Yeah, well, thanks so much, man. Yeah, like it's really all it's about. I'm just trying to get I love baseball. Obviously, love baseball. I love making videos. So I was like, man, like how can I? And then a podcast form, like no one really does that right now in baseball. At least kind of on about travel ball and college ball. So I was like, man, that'd be fun to do. And so far, it's going well, and it's just amazing. Even just to be able to talk to someone like you, that's just so dope, man. But yeah, much appreciated you hopping on. Hopefully, we'll be in touch soon, and I'm gonna post a bunch of clips about. I mean, it'll be dope. Hopefully, a lot of these clips do.
All right, man.
I think they will. But yeah, good luck, man. Excited to see you guys in Omaha, kicking some ass.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
You too, man. See ya.
I'll see you.
All right, guys, that was the Paul Gervase interview. Hopefully I did it. I mean, that was my first time ever interviewing someone. That was a little out of my comfort zone, but hopefully you guys at least got the gist of what he was saying. I mean, his story is actually really remarkable, and I'm so pumped that I got to talk to him. That's just so dope to me that people are the podcast is resonating with people, and I mean, I'm just getting props from dudes throwing 98 in the SEC, and obviously it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you guys so much. You guys have been. I mean, this is great. This is better than I could have ever imagined. We're just gonna keep running with it, man. So yeah, guys, thanks again. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Paul, once again. And yeah, that was dope. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Joe, what do we got?
Keep it up, guys. I mean, we're gonna keep going with these. Got a couple weeks left in this studio, and then we move on to bigger things. So
yeah, we got some stuff in the works.
Bro. I ain't telling y'all what, but you'll figure it out.
Man, all you guys are gonna know, we're just gonna keep going.
It's gonna keep going.
Keep going.
Keep supporting and keep spreading the love.
Yeah.
We'll be here if you guys are there. So
yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting. That's gonna do it for this episode. We'll see you guys on Sunday for the new video, Wednesday for one of my vlog type deals. So yeah,
check y'all.
Yep.
Check y'all. I don't know why I said that. Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all. All right, see you guys later.
Peace.
Take it easy.
Hit a pen, I pour up heavy in the lamb on a Eddie. I got 3 O's, run the valley. These new Dior's, not for belly. Stay that money, Eiffel, Perry. I shoot jumpers, call me Larry. Then they in Yonkers, I need a Navy. Don't need a sponsor, already heaven. They calling me the man, had to slow down, I done about 2